our people dance. Rhythm to make the soul of our people dance.
Indanga zama kwenkwe Zopukele mlaje ni wohum Takubetindonga Hiyaho Amado dayo ika Ukubeka mlaje ni wohum Kuba kubetindonga Jikele mawe nindiyamba, jikele mawe nindiyamba, oh jikele mawe nindiyamba, jikele mawe nindiyamba. Aklenta makwenkwe, aklenta kwa bamani, aklenta makwenkwe, aklenta lemgodini, aklenta makwenkwe, aklenta kwa bamani. Kwe akantelem godin o jikele mawe ni diamba jikele mawe ni diamba o jikele mawe ni but you say I'll stand all over you. 'Cause my mama told me I would never fall. I was born to shine.
This is Caribbean Vibes.
Ever since I was a child, you tried to keep me down. Everything I did, it was all so wrong. Let me tell you something, I'm gonna do what I want to do. But my mama told me, child, you never fall. Shine, baby, shine. Let them for you.
For my mama, where would I be, Lord? Where would I be? Where would I be without my mama? Mommy, me love you, there's nothing I'd put above you. No house, nor no girl, nor no car. Stand firm in all my life, nothing about you. From a barn, me and you apart. Mommy, I'm a princess, mommy, I'm a dan. First lady in my life, a girl of you understand. Special dedication to the big woman. From your love, your mama, make me see your hand. So bust a blank for your mama, lighter for your mama. Selector, you better pull up the one you for your mama. Proud of your mama, sing loud for your mama. Yeah, I make you know you're happy, she bring you come here. From your heart, tell me sing this one. From your love, your mama like this man. There's no one like my mama, no, no. Mama never had it easy at times. Sometimes she cried. Many days I don't know how we survived. She said, no worry, it will be fine. We held on cause of mama's teachings. And in the scripture she placed her beliefs in. Real thing, if I never mama, I wouldn't believe it. So bust a blank for your mama, lighter for your mama. Selector, you better pull up the one you for your mama. Proud of your mama, sing loud for your mama. Yeah, I make you know you're happy, she bring you come here. From your heart, tell me sing this one. From your love, your mama like this man. There's no one like my mama, no, no. Hey yo, I feel my mama this, yes, I feel my mama this. You we get my first and my last, yes, all of this. I feel my mama this, yes, I feel my mama this. Anything you want, you want get this, I me promise. So anything you want, anything at all, anything you need, mama not afraid to call. And this year is a sun fall. So bust a blank for your mama, lighter for your mama. Selector, you better pull up the one you for your mama. Proud of your mama, sing loud for your mama. Yeah, I make you know you're happy, she bring you come here. From your heart, tell me sing this one. From your love, your mama like this man. Yeah, there's no one like my mama, no, no, no. She brings me come, yeah. Oh, yeah. your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors.
Exit to the right. In the event of an emergency, please exit the chapel in an orderly manner using the two doors on your left. Make your way to the front entrance of the building and gather at the muster point located on the northern end of the car park. Please be guided accordingly.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Third time's the charm. On behalf of the Scott family, I would like to thank you all for being here today as we gather to celebrate the life of Miss Joyce London Scott, my grandmother who peacefully transitioned into the hereafter last week. My grandmother was a woman who lived her life filled with love, warmth, and care for everyone. She was a patriot, a lover of the arts, a fitness enthusiast, and an absolute boss in the kitchen. I have grown up on stories of Mama's kitchen being the most sought after by her family, friends, and neighbors. Mama was a very caring woman, and I've always noticed that she was a woman of few words, but a woman of wise words. She wouldn't be the loudest person in the room, but bet your bottom dollar she is observing everything. And then when she gets home in front of her and their ones, we get down to business and chop it up. Granny didn't get caught up in titles, just like Grandpa, on class and any divisive thoughts. They both valued people, inclusivity, and diversity. And just as Grandpa loved his belly, Granny was no less in that regard. And she had a serious, serious sweet tooth, inherited directly from her. It is these qualities, her nature, her likes, her dislikes, her personality, that showed all of us the fullness of who she was. Today's service reflects both her legacy and her humility. Today, we will share stories, memories, and tributes that remind us of the woman we were blessed to know. So at this time, I would like to invite my auntie, the daughter of Miss Scott, Ashaki Scott, to deliver the eulogy.
Thank you, Rokaya, my darling niece. Thank you all for being here this morning. I know we all had to get up super early, earlier than normal for some of us. But I'm happy that you made the effort to come and show your face and give some support to our family. So we're here to celebrate my mommy, Joyce London Scott, who left us on February 14th, actually, which was Valentine's Day. And it's kind of fitting because, mommy was about love, and Valentine's is about love. Just 6 months ago, we were here sending Daddy off, and who would have thought we would have been here again? Her passing has shocked us. It still feels unreal. But we're here to celebrate her warmth, her kindness, and the life that she lived. Mommy was adopted as a baby and raised by Mr. Landy in Avocat Village, South Arapuch. She went to the Pepper Village Primary School and will always speak fondly of her childhood days. especially with her brother, Uncle Edward, who's here today. After Mr. Landy passed away, her big sister Shirley stepped in and became like a second mother to her. And from early, Mommy understood family. Later on, she was able to meet her biological parents and siblings, some of who are here today, Auntie Gloria, Auntie Verna. Mommy met Daddy in Faizabad when they were teenagers. They started as friends, real partners, and that friendship turned into 57 years of being together. They built a life together. They had Patrick, my big brother, then me, 11 years later, then my brother Tiba a year later. After I was born, they moved to San Fernando, and that's where we grew up. If you saw Mommy, you expected to see Daddy as well. They were inseparable. Through everything, ups, downs, challenges, they faced it together. And I take comfort in believing that they are together now. Mommy made our childhood joyful. If Daddy was tired from work, Mommy used to say, come, let me go somewhere. And she would drive us all over. Everywhere we went with her, whether it's Diego Martin, Faizabad, Oropuch, everywhere. She took us to parties, to bazaars, to the mall, cultural events, everything. She made sure we enjoyed life and had a diverse life and diverse experiences. Some of my most, awesome memories was when we used to watch Masana Bahar on a Saturday afternoon, every Saturday religiously, or Community Dateline during the week with Alison Hennessy. Her favorite show was Hulk, of all TV shows, Hulk. We also watch Elsa Clench on CNN every week, because we like fashionistas. She loved fashion, I love fashion as well. And in the later years, we used to watch AGTV and Food Network together. So Mommy also enjoyed, thought-provoking programs. So we used to listen to a lot of, radio talk shows, ideas exchanged with Dr. Morgan Job. And I think, she really wanted us to not just be listening to music all day, but also have that kind of enriched experience of knowledge and wisdom from people who we looked up to. Well, my mommy was like a super mom. She used to run marathons and 5Ks. I remember once at work, we had a 5K and she actually beat me to it, and some of my colleagues who are here today, I couldn't hear the end of it, but I was proud of her because I saw her as a real super mom. She used to get up on mornings at 3 a.m. and go to Skinner's Park, then come back home, cook, and clean and do everything else. So by the time we got up on a morning, everything was done. So we were kind of spoiled as well because Mommy did everything. So I always admired that about her and was always full of pride. If you passed at our house around lunchtime, Mommy was cooking a serious pot. She didn't wait for a Sunday for special meals. Every other day was like a feast. So whether it's pau, cassava, pone, sweetbread, sponge cake, you name it, pylori, roti, whatever it is, a normal random Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, we're getting that. For Christmas, her pastels and her fruitcake were top tier. Mommy was easygoing. She let us talk, she let us express ourselves, no harsh judgments. When I complained about my brothers, Patrick and Atiba, she would just sit down and listen, not taking sides. Although, if I was complaining about Patrick, I already knew I was wasting my time because he was her eyeball. But she kept the peace at our home. When I was overwhelmed, when I was doing my studies and stuff, my master's degree and stuff, she cried with me at one point and then reminded me of my strength. When I was bullied in school, she went straight to the principal. After that, problem solved. Mommy didn't play with her children. After Daddy passed, I got to spend more time with her. We celebrated her 76th birthday in November, surrounded by love and joy with the people who she loved the most. Even when she smiled, I would sometimes wonder how she was managing without him. After 57 years, that kind of silence is heavy. Now I choose to believe she doesn't have to miss him anymore. Mommy was my strength, my guide, my safe place. There is no other love like a mother's love. It is immediate, forgiving, and constant. She loved Daddy fiercely. She loved her children and grandchildren endlessly. And now we carry her in the way we cook, the way we show up for family and friends, the way we stand strong together. I want to thank my friends and my colleagues for their support over the past week or so since Mommy's passing. We didn't have a wake because, that's something that we don't really subscribe to. But in our own way, we have been able to get comfort and love from people who care about us the most. And we want to thank you, even when Daddy passed as well, my friends, my colleagues, my besties who are here today, my cousins who could not have been here today because they're in Canada and the US. We thank you immensely for your support. Thank you, Mommy, for everything. I love you, will always love you, will always keep you and hold you in my heart. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Auntie, for that wonderful, wonderful tribute to Mama. So as my auntie mentioned, Granny had an eyeball. So now I am going to invite her eyeball, my daddy, Mr. Patrick Scott, to deliver the next part of the eulogy.
Hey, greetings one and all. It's nice you all could come and share this solidarity with us, at this, sad moment, in our life. But, such is life, and life have to go on, But above all, I lost a true revolutionary. I could say, taken from the bolter cloth from warriors like Celia Sanchez, Nina Simone, and others. She liked plenty bacchanal too with me. I don't know if she used to do that with anybody else, but with me, real bacchanal. And when your son, move on and get a wife, that's when the real bacchanal start. My mother surfaced by me a day, come in the kitchen, see my wife making roti, shaking the roti, thing it's swelling, all kind of thing. She watching it. Then she put the hand on the hip. She said, don't make coconut bake for him. I said, but you ain't easy. I said, well, when my wife watched so, my wife I open big. So that's the kind of relationship I had with my mother, real nice. At that time, I said, Mom, I want a babysitter, I think I had to come up the road and check out my daughter, because I have some mission to make and, come and do a thing now. She said, all right, I come in. She said, I reach. She surfaced. She seen my daughter thing in the evening time when I reach now. She said, oh God, well I learned to dance Indian dance by force. She said your daughter only going in the drawer and pulling out Indian outfit and wrapping it and whining and tinging and all kind of things. She said, oh God. She said, how good so. I said, well, where does this go? Bring your culture and come. I said, so that is the social being in human beings, bring your culture and come. So I just tell people, if you like art, you be an artist. If you're a saxophonist or playing saxophone, you be a saxophonist. If you're a person who is socially oriented, you be a socialist. So people just mix it up. You have jackals and criminals and things that tell you to be a social is to be a criminal. I say, well, how come? Boy, no, you can't be social and mix with those people there, you know. That, no, don't do that. But I say, but you're being social. Oh, they say you're a socialist, you're a communist. Oh, you from the commune and that. So we just have to be careful how we identify in certain codes. And this is a socialist here because she never put nobody in class and said this one belongs to this one and this one is this, and she deal with everybody as equals, you know. And that is about a cloth I got from. And I would like to share this with you all. There was a night he was coming home. She was a driver. I was about 13 or 14 years at that time. And let's say like it was about 9 p.m. in the night, Vista Bella. Driving, going home. We was a few meters away from home though. And this car left his side of the road and came over on our side and slammed. Big accident. Car right off. Villagers run out. And the driver of that car was inebriated, you know, meaning drunk, like a fish. And villagers say, oh good, look at Miss Joyce. Oh, then look at this fitness woman. And it's a coolie, let me kill him. Look at that coolie, drunk, look, kill Miss Joyce, kill him. Suddenly my mother get life. She says, see that stupidness there? Cut out that foolishness, I don't want that. I don't want nothing like that here, right? She says an accident. And that line only taken, I don't want that. Everybody dressed back. And so, all you hear, mother? All you hear, mother? And that was the first act of selflessness that I learned from a human being. And then, you know, you've seen global upheavals and that kind of thing, and you're always hearing us speaking about Fidel. And you're like, I like Fidel. Fidel is she said, Fidel is my honor man, you know, that Patrick. And you know, so that is the kind of conversation I used to have with my mother, you know. So while it's coming up through life, being inspired by mom and dad, you know, and I watching around the global space, you know, I seen all kind of foolishness going on. I seen a leadership here inviting coyotes and jackals from thousands upon thousands of miles, and using here as a launch pad to launch warfare on your neighbors who never do you anything throughout history. And I watched that. I said, look at that now. And then 2-3 days ago, I hear ex-prime minister saying he goat and he duck and this one thing going and suffer, and it have no feed mill here. And I said, but he was in power for 10 whole years and we have a feed mill right here. I said, so, you know, we live in some perilous times. And these are the kind of conversations I used to have with this lady, you know, from way back. And, you know, as life, you know, take a turn, you know, certain things as be introduced to the human being and, you know, we get debilitated some way or the other and things just start to go down and down and down and down. But, you know, I will always say my mom was my true revolutionary, you know. My Laila Khalid, my, you know, Wangarai, my Celia Sanchez, my Melba Hernandez, you know. So, with that, Mom, I love you, right? I just, until.
Thank you very much, Daddy, for that equally wonderful tribute that shows us another side of my late grandmother. So now I would like to move on to the next part of the eulogy, onto two of her grandchildren. her one and only grandson and her youngest granddaughter. But before they come on, while my cousin might feel he's the favorite, all I know is that when you walk inside the house in back of it have about 3 photos of me. Have none of Kasim and none of Ira. But with that being said, I would like to welcome my cousin Kasim and Ira.
Good morning, family and friends. Glad to see everyone here today. I'm Kasim, the grandson of the late Joyce London Scott, as I like to call her, Mama. I stand here today just to say a few words about my amazing granny. Many of you here may know that I grew up with my grandparents from childhood to adulthood. They watched me grow into the man I am today. Looking back at my childhood, Mama was crucial in my development, both academically and as a person. Mama would be the first person to wake up in the morning. She would get up 4 o'clock every day. She'd prepare breakfast. She would ensure that my clothes are ironed. She would pack my lunch kit for school. I remember coming close to A.S.T around crunch time. I used to wake up at 5 in the morning to do past papers. Mama would ensure that I wake up every single morning. She would pull a chair and sit right next to me and ensure that I finished that past paper that morning. She would make this a daily routine. I used to say, Mama, you know, you could go back and sleep. You know how to stay and watch me do this past paper, you go back and sleep. She said, no, I'm making sure you finish that paper. You know? She insists that she sit there to supervise. Even though she had no idea about the technicality behind my schoolwork, she would sit there just to encourage, to give me the encouragement I needed to continue studying. I remember being on holidays, Grandpa would leave to go to work in the morning. And used to say, Joyce, make sure this boy do some work, eh? I would wait until he left, as soon as he leave, and put on the TV to watch television, you know, watch my cartoon and thing. Every day he would come back home around 12 o'clock for lunch, so I would time him. So when 12 o'clock reached now, I say, right, Grandpa reaching home, I'm gonna pull out that book, you know? You know what this lady used to do? Your grandson watch TV whole morning. Say, this lady really selling me out, boy? This lady really doing me this, guy? You know? But this is just to show that, you know, Mama was so interested in my upbringing and my development. You know, she was trying to reinforce my grandfather's practices. Life with Mama was not only about schoolwork, but it was about having fun. In her earlier days, she would take me to Skinner's Park with her. I'm not sure if any of you here know that Mama was into exercise and fitness. She was really into that. She was big on those things. So I think every Saturday morning, yeah, she used to go and Skinner's Park and make laps. I used to go with her also, but I could never keep up. So I used to be playing with my little football and stuff, you know. On a Saturday evening, we usually go to the mall, Gulf City Mall. We'd go there religiously every Saturday. We never miss a Saturday. So we used to go to the mall, have lunch, have, you know, Crematorium arcade and stuff like that. You know, spend time with my granny. So there was always a balance between fun and education with Mama. I like to close up with saying Mama was truly a gift. A gift to her children, a gift to her grandchildren, and everyone in her circle. A gift that we should all cherish and thank God for. Mama, may your soul rest in peace, and we all love you.
Good morning, all. I am Ira Scott, the last child and the favorite child. One, sorry, Kasim and Rukaya. I just have a few words to say, nothing much. Mama, I'm going to miss you so much. I just want to say thank you so much, especially making me my bottle and giving me warm baths. Also, let us not forget making my favorite dish, macaroni pie. Mama, just know that I will always love you and miss you so much, and you will always be in my little heart.
Thank you very much, Kasim and Ira. So at this time, we would now like to open the floor to tributes from family and friends. So if you would like to share a memory or a few words about Granny, please feel free to come forward.
Good morning, everyone. I am Joyce's sister, Gloria. Joyce and I did not grow up together, but we got to know each other from a very young age. I know she was living Pepper Village, Faizabad. My uncle went Faizabad to work, and when he came home, he said that he saw a girl look like me. So he decided that when he finished work, he would check her. From that day, he realized it was my sister Joyce. Our father decided to look for her, and then she came to Diego Martin during the school holidays to look for me and our sister Verna. She used to tell me if any of my friends in school want to beat me, she let her know. She will beat them up for me. Since then, we will talk non-stop. The last time I saw her was last year, November, for her birthday. At that time, she was ill, yet we made the best of every moment we had. However, we did not know that this time would come so soon. May she rest in peace.
Thank you very much. The floor is going to be open for a little bit, so if you would like to make a contribution, you can make your way up to the front.
A pleasant good morning, everyone. God is still good. Right. My name is George Jordan, and I'll be short because most of the things I've already said, right? And to give you the connection, the Revolutionary Patrick is my grandson. I'm the godson, because Concy and I were like brothers. Joyce's husband and I were like brothers. So, anybody from Faizo here? You Faizabad? Who used to lie with Joyce? All of them know Joyce was a hot number. You know, man, I tell you, Concy was one of the luckiest men in Faizabad to conquer Joyce, right? Because it had a side
a woman, young girls climbing together. And Joyce was one of them, and she was a hot number. I was surprised to see how Joyce settled down as a wife and a mother. And she, here man, Joyce was, she really surprised me how she and Concy settled down and lived together. That couple was a role model for any other couple. I tell you, Concy and Joyce, I used to admire them. And sad to say, when Concy died, I know Joyce was going after her soon after her. I know that. I'm not God, but the bond they had, Joyce who kept everybody together. She was a strong woman. In spite of all the fat and thing we used to do when we was young, she just transformed to be a wife and a mother. And I really fell in love with her. Don't mind she was married to Concy, my brother, but I fell in love with Joyce. No, serious, no. And I just had to come here, and if I didn't say something, Concy would have vexed me. So there we are coming to everything, right? So to the family and friends, we lose a good person, right? But still, she left a legacy and we have to carry it on. So Joyce, my sister, rest in peace.
Good morning all. I'm Carol Turpin, the niece of Joyce London Scott. I remember our early days with her, my brother and I. When my grandmother, which is my mother's great aunt, moved from Pepper Village to Avocat, Auntie Joyce and Uncle Edward, which is over there, he came up with us and my brother Fritz. And I remember her always calling my brother the big head boy, you know? And with me, we had a bond at our early age because Auntie Joyce was such a lovely woman. She had a nice laugh. When you hear that laugh, you know that Auntie Joyce was around, right? She had a really wonderful laugh. And the next thing about it is that when we as children, especially the girls will remember this, Auntie Joyce had a word she used to tell us. And she used to say, all you watch all the Juni Canary. So we used to, and we could remember Auntie Joyce for that, all of us. So that was really. So I want to say to the family, we will miss her because she was such a great and loving aunt. And may her soul continue to rest in peace.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Verna, the third of 4 children. My time with Joyce was very loving, caring. She was so sweet. My time with her was always well spent. She was a darling. I used to visit her at Marbella, and then to back a year, then the last time I had with her was very sad. It was very sad to see my sister not the way that I last saw her. It was It's such a great thing that Ashaki did for us to be with Joyce on her last birthday. So sad. We used to have lots of good times chatting politics, you know. We never had any heated argument, never did. We always hug each other and wish that we had known each other long before. There are times we used to meet at my aunt's place, Auntie Ruth, in Port of Spain, and we would discuss life and family, you know, getting to know each other more. At her birthday party, when we were leaving, Joyce and Gloria and I decided that we would have taken her home with us for a few days, you know, just to spend some more time. But it was not to be. Thanks to Ashaki for allowing us to be there with her for her last birthday. I would always love her. She's always in my heart. Think of her day and night. Not only now that she has passed, but all the time. Oh Lord. Love you, darling. You're so sweet.
Thank you very much, Auntie. You know, it's really heartwarming to see this room filled to capacity for the love that everyone had for my grandmother. And yes, of course, there is value in your blood family, but as my auntie mentioned, Granny was adopted as a baby. So she has her real parents and she has her adoptive parents. She has her blood siblings and her adoptive siblings. And because of that, she has a very, very large family. And with having a large family comes with a lot of love. So Granny was a very loved and cherished woman, and all of that love now lives through all of us. So thank you for everyone who came up today and shared stories. And now I would like to invite Dr. Roger Samuel, who's a former MP and a family friend, to deliver the invocation.
Blessed morning to all, to the family, condolences and God's love to all of you. To my good friend Ashaki, I pray that God would strengthen you and comfort you and keep you in the midst of all, like He would do to the family and to everyone that's here today. Regardless of how long we live, one thing we can never get accustomed to is the passing of friends, family, and loved ones. Regardless of if they were ill, if they were on their last, it is not something that we were designed to get accustomed to. Because death is something that still affects the human psyche and the human mind. And sometimes there are more questions than answers. But sometimes we not only take death for granted, we also take life for granted. And the things that we take for granted in so many instances are the things that really count. And because we are here in a sending off or departure, saying goodbye zone, I felt it necessary to read a passage of scripture that deals with what we are dealing with today. And it's taken from the book of Luke. The chapter is number 16. It says there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. This guy was well off. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores. And desiring to be fed from the crumbs that fell from the rich man's table. And it says, moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass, it says, that the beggar died, and he was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And when I read that, it blows my mind. Because in one aspect, there is one that died, and there is a fanfare. He's carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. And then all of a sudden, there was an absolute contrast, a total opposite. The rich man also died and was buried. No fanfare. Now, the text is not saying that if you're rich, something is wrong, or if you're a beggar, something is wrong. But I've heard some stuff about Miss Scott today that I didn't know. I just learned a new word for the private parts. I learned a new word. Wow. You have to put that in a new dictionary. Yeah. I learned that Miss Scott appreciated everybody because I knew Daddy more than Mommy. So it's not so much what you've acquired in life that counts. It's not so much of the thing about the things that you crave after that counts. It's who you are on the inside and how that inside is reflected on the outside and how other people benefit from who you are. This particular text tells us a great deal because there was a rich man and there was a poor man. Two individuals that live opposite to each other, never experiencing the same things in life. One man had it all and the other not having any. And for you to reach the point where you desire the crumbs that falls from somebody's table, you're in a bad situation. But they both departed like everyone else. But something tragically happened immediately after. They both ended up in the same place, but that place that they ended up was a divided place. And I'm going to say this because sometimes we take things for granted. Because while we live, we do that. The Bible says that where they ended up in a divided place. Fortunately or unfortunately. And it is there reality struck. The rich man looked across and saw the beggar. Somebody he had ignored for such a while, because sometimes we ignore people in this life. And in doing so, he recognized that they were in a different situation. The scripture says that in hell, he lifted up his eyes, being in torment, and seeth Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried out, O Father Abraham, have mercy on me, send forth Lazarus to dip his finger in water, to put it on my tongue, because I'm in torment. I found it very strange when you read that, because if he was alive, he'd have called for rum and coke. He probably would have called for ice cold Carib. But now he's in a situation where he's crying out for the least of commodities. He is thirsty and he wants water. Probably in his own life he didn't drink much water. But a shocking reality stepped in, because what he was crying out for, he couldn't have. And then in the text it says that when he was told that he cannot have what he's requesting, he says, well, hear what's going on. I have some brothers at home. I want you to send somebody from here to go and warn them. Go and warn them so that they do not end up like I end up. Probably they have the same mentality. Probably they have the same mindset. Because sometimes our mindset destroys us. Because we are not here, we don't want to help people, we don't want to take care of people. We hear Miss Scott as a person who always cared for people. And then a shocking reality stepped in, because he was told, well, you know, nobody could go home and tell your family anything. And he says, but look, you know something? If somebody left here from the dead and go back and tell my brothers serious stuff, send a message home, then they will not come here with me. And Abraham says, they have Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them. He says, no, 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 no. If somebody goes back from the dead and tell them. Somebody once asked me, do you really believe all that you believe? And I said, yes. Do you believe what your faith says? I said, I'm convicted. They said, but if there was a possibility that what you believe is not true, what's going to happen to you? I said, nothing. I said, if what I believe at the end of the day ends up wrong, I've lost nothing. Because what I believe have taught me to live the way I live, and care the way I care, and love the way I love. And then I said to that person who asked me that, I said, what about what you believe? If what you believe is not true, What happens to you? And they couldn't answer. And my question to you today, as I said to that person, I prefer to be right on the wrong side than be wrong on the right side. How you live today says a lot. How you are today says a lot. There were times in scripture when people who were religious were not really living right. As a matter of fact, Jesus had to say to them, you bind heavy burdens on people's necks, but you wouldn't even do it. As a matter of fact, you have tried to keep things legally, but you have forgotten the weightier matters of the law of justice and mercy and grace. And sometimes how we live, we forget those things. And how we feel when people suffer, how we feel when people don't have, how we feel when there is injustice. We are living in a life where we are so accustomed to this. We have people we look up at and people we look down at. And everybody has what we call a look down and a look up mentality. But we never look across. Come on, are you hearing me? And society has caused us to be like that. And that's sometimes ingrained in us. As a matter of fact, we have it in such a way it becomes natural, because here we go. The same way we look at a doctor, we don't look at the garbage collector. The same way we look at a lawyer, we don't look at the cleaner. But I found out that Miss Scott wasn't so. That she looked at everybody across. And that's phenomenal. Why? Because in this story, one man was looking up and one man was looking down. And at the end of the day, they both departed, but experienced different situations. My question to you today is, what's in your mind? What are you taking for granted? When you've had opportunities to do good, did you do good? When you've had opportunities to do right, did you do right? Or were you just thinking about yourself? Solomon, in the scripture, learned a story that's phenomenal. He says, I've lived. I have had everything in life. But I've recognized at the end of the day, all that I acquired was vanity. And at the end of the day, all that counts is how I live and my relationship with the Creator. I want to encourage all of you, do not take life for granted. I want to encourage you, do not take death for granted. But make sure that in your life, you prepare to leave. And in your leaving, you would have been well prepared based on how you lived. May God bless all of you tremendously.
Thank you very much, Dr. Samuel, for that very powerful invocation and indeed a very timely reminder to all of us on how we should conduct the rest of our lives, as our time here is not forever. Everyone, from the bottom of my heart, from my dad, my auntie, my uncle, from their families. We thank you all for being here today, for your prayers and for your kind words. I will always remember the time spent with my grandmother, and even though I did not spend my childhood growing up with my grandmother, I fondly remember every single time I would go home to visit, like her eyes would just light up. You know, I don't know if it was for me or if it was for daddy, but let's just say it was split 50-50. But I would remember every single time she would be like, oh my God, you're getting so big and so tall. How much older is he? He's 20 already. He's 21. Wow. Like, she was just always very much in awe any single time that she saw me or any of her grandchildren. She wanted the best for us, and it makes me feel good to know that she has left us in good hands, and that we will become who she wanted us to become. So thank you everyone for being here today. Your presence means a whole lot to us. We are now going to proceed to the cremation. So we are going to allow one last viewing of Mama. So if you would like to view her quickly, we'd ask you that you just in an orderly manner make your way to the front and then make your way to your left, my right. So thank you once again for joining us as we honor the life of a remarkable woman, my grandmother, Miss Joyce London Scott. Thank you very much.
Show me a smile then. Don't be unhappy, can remember when I last saw you laugh. If this world makes you crazy and you take it all you can, then you call me up, because you know I'll be there and I'll see your true colors shining through. I'll see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let it show your true colors. Your true colors are beautiful like a rainbow. If this world makes you crazy, you take it all you can bear. You call me up, because you know I'll be there and I'll see your true colors shining through. I'll see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let it show your true colors. True colors are
the soul of our people dance. Rhythm to make the soul of our people dance. People hear the call, a call for unity. Together none will fall, let's share for destiny. Dancing on the keys of life in perfect harmony. Brother, daughter, father, wife, won't you dance with me? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Rhythm to shake the living, rhythm to raise the dead, rhythm to purge the pain from your heart, rhythm to make you laugh, rhythm to make the soul of our people dance, rhythm to make the soul of our people dance. Guruka, guruka, guruka majaro. Awalufe awa bojule, guruka majaro. Guruka, guruka, guruka majaro. Awalufe awa bojule, guruka majaro. People hear the call, a call for unity. Together none will fall, let's share for destiny. Dancing on the keys of life in perfect harmony. Daughter, brother, father, wife, won't you dance with me? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Rhythm to shake the living, rhythm to raise the dead, rhythm to purge the pain from your heart, rhythm to make you laugh, rhythm to make the soul of our people dance, rhythm to make the soul of our people dance.
Oh, what a feeling. Liquor, acid, herb, a smoke, and the dance are tight. No corner bus, no one, no fuss, no fight, yeah. But me say, oh, what a feeling. Wonderful feeling I had, yeah. I me say, oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. Wonderful feeling I had. Now I cannot call all my early days of childhood. Some wish us bad while others wish us good. Yeah, but me say, oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. Wonderful feeling I had, yeah. I me say, oh, what a feeling, yeah. Wonderful feeling I had, yeah. what a feeling, yeah. Oh, what a feeling, wonderful feeling, yeah. I may say, oh, what a feeling, oh, what a feeling, wonderful feeling, yeah. Liquor, acid, herb, smoke, and the dance all tight. No corner bus, no one, no fuss, no fight. Yeah, I may say, oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling. Wonderful feeling. Yeah. I may say, oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling, wonderful feeling, yeah. Oh, what a feeling I'm feeling, wonderful feeling, oh, what a feeling.
I wanna share your life. Every minute, every day and night. And I want you to know that whatever you do and wherever you go, remember someone loves you, honey. No matter what, just be my guide. Someone loves you, honey, more than anything in the world. I'm so glad I'm the one that you come through.